It was a Saturday afternoon in February, and chilly, though not cold. She walked around the lot with two salesmen. "No station wagons," she said. "I'm trading in for a sedan." But all the cars they showed her seemed boring. "Wait, how about that one?" she asked. It was a 1960 Buick LeSabre convertible. Silver, or maybe metallic gray. It looked like a spaceship. "My God, that is gorgeous," she said, rushing over to it. Because it was 2 years old, she could afford it. After negotiating with the men, she realized she would only need a small loan, $250, to make up the difference for the value of the station wagon. They went into the office to fill out the paperwork when one of the men hit the third rail on an electric train track. "Ma'am," he asked, "do you mind if I ask you, does your husband know you're here?" All the joy of finding the perfect car was gone. "Well, no, he doesn't, and I don't see how it matters." "Do you have $250 in cash?" asked the other salesman doubtfully. "No, I shall need a small loan in that amount," Jackie replied, businesslike. "We can't do a loan without your husband signing it," the first salesman said. "That's the way it is." Jackie sat stiffly in her chair. "Well, gentlemen, I think that is patently ridiculous, and you've just lost yourself a customer." She left the showroom, walking slowly back to the dreaded station wagon. She waited until she'd driven a half-mile down the road before pulling over to the side, where she cried. Now what? She could not go home. No, that would be a retreat. She drove on to Tampa. She had been to Tampa only, we're talking 1962. She had been to Tampa only once, but she remembered vaguely that shady-looking used car dealers had been in abundant supply. By the time she reached the outskirts of Tampa, she was too tired to be angry anymore. She just wanted to make a deal. She drove from lot to lot. You love this. She drove from lot to lot along a seedy strip of used car dealers on Dale Mabry Boulevard. Poor Dale Mabry. Anyway, by the fifth or sixth lot, she no longer bothered to park and get out of the car. She just pulled up within shouting distance of anyone who seemed to be working there and hollered out the car window. She was determined to get the same make and models she so coveted in Fort Myers. She didn't even know why it had to be that car, except it did. She said it was like seeing the perfect prom dress or wedding dress, being ready to buy it, and then being told you were too fat for it. It was getting dark. She was tired, but never more determined in her life. Her hopes were raised at Sam's Super Duper Deals. They had the right make and model, 1960 Buick LeSabre convertible, but it was pink. Anyone worth their salt knows that redheads, Jackie's a redhead, have trouble with pink. It has to be the right pink. Sadly, the car was what Jackie called Pepto-Bismol pink. If it had been lipstick pink, fuchsia, that would have worked for me, she told us later, or a very quiet, muted pink, delicate. The salesman saw her disappointment. "Look, lady, my brother-in-law in North Tampa sells cars. I'll call him and see what he's got." The news was good. A half hour later, at Billy Ray's Fabulous Steals and Deals, Jackie found the car she was born to drive. She had been right about Tampa. There were no questions asked. She signed some papers, and off she went. She was headed home, not sure what she'd proved, but feeling at the top of her game. That's it.